Join us as we honor the stars, visionaries, and icons who passed between March 1st and 10th, 2019 in the United States. Luke Perry, he was born in October 1966 and he died in March 2019. His age was 52 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from a stroke. An American actor who became a teen idol for playing Dylan McKay on the television series Beverly Hills. He later played Fred Andrews on the CW series Riverdale. Perry also appeared in films like Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Marshall Brodian, he was born in July 1934 and he died in March 2019. His age was 84 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from Alzheimer's disease. An American magician and actor, best known for portraying Wizzo, the Wizard on WGN television's Bozo Circus and The Bozo Show for nearly 30 years. He was also famous for marketing television magic cards. Brodian was a beloved figure in Chicago television history. George Morphagen, he was born in March 1933 and he died in March 2019. His age was 85 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American actor and producer with a long career in theater, film, and television, he was known for his role as inmate Bob Radabo on the HBO series Oz. He also had notable roles in the original V miniseries and films like What's Up Doc. Jed Allen, he was born in March 1935 and he died in March 2019. His age was 84 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American actor primarily known for his work in television soap operas. He famously portrayed Don Gregg on Days of Our Lives for over a decade. He also starred as C.C. Capwell on Santa Barbara and appeared in Beverly Hills as Rush Sanders. King Kong Bundy, he was born in November 1957 and he died in March 2019. His age was 61 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from diabetes. An American professional wrestler known for his time in the World Wrestling Federation in the 1980s and 90s. Born Christopher Pellis, his character was a massive, dominant heel known for demanding a 5-count pinfall. He famously headlined WrestleMania 2 against Hulk Hogan in a steel cage match. Sarah Rome Weber, she was born in 1963 and she died in March 2019. Her age was 55 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was brain tumor. An American drummer influential in the indie rock scene, she was the original drummer for Mitch Easter's band Let's Active. She later co-founded the band Snatches of Pink and Dex Rom Weber duo with her brother Dexter Rom Weber. James DePongney, he was born in September 1940 and he died in March 2019. His age was 78 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American jazz pianist, band leader, and musicologist specializing in early jazz styles. He led James Doppeny's Chicago Jazz Band for many years, known for its authentic recreations of 1920s and 1930s jazz. He was also a respected professor of music theory at the University of Michigan. Sidney Sheinberg, he was born in January 1935 and he died in March 2019. His age was 84 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was Parkinson's disease. An influential American lawyer and entertainment executive, served as president and COO of MCA Incorporation and Universal Studios for over 20 years, working closely with Lou Wasserman. He was known for mentoring Steven Spielberg and championing films like Jaws and E.T. Asa Brebner, he was born in November 1953 and he died in March 2019. His age was 65 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American guitarist and songwriter prominent in the Boston rock scene. He was an early member of the Jonathan Richman's influential proto-punk band, The Modern Lovers. He later co-founded the popular new wave band Robin Lane and the Chartbusters. Charlie Cobb, he was born in April 1953 and he died in March 2019. His age was 65 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from liver cancer. An American musician and Emmy Award-winning documentarian, Cobb had a professional career that stretched nearly 50 years. He won an Emmy producing music for films and television, and his biography credits him as working on jingles for such products as Twix candy bars, United States Tobacco, and Xerox. Eddie Taylor Jr. He was born in March 1972 and he died in March 2019. His age was 46 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart failure. An American Chicago blues guitarist and singer, following the footsteps of his father, the legendary bluesman Eddie Taylor. He was a respected figure in the contemporary Chicago blues scene. He released several albums showcasing his traditional blues style. Carolee Schneemann, she was born in October 1939 and she died in March 2019. Her age was 79 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death were complications from breast cancer. A highly influential American visual artist, known for her pioneering work in performance art, video art, and body art. Her often provocative work explored themes of sexuality, gender, and the body. Keywords include meat joy and interior scroll. Joseph Flummerfelt, he was born in February 1937 and he died in March 2019. His age was 82 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. A renowned American choral conductor and educator, he was the longtime artistic director of the Westminster Choir College and conductor of the Westminster Symphonic Choir. He also served as chorus master for the New York Philharmonic for over 30 years, collaborating with legendary conductors. Ogden Reed, he was born in June 1925 and he died in March 2019. His age was 93 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American publisher, diplomat, and politician, he served as a United States ambassador to Israel under President Eisenhower and later represented New York in the United States House of Representatives as both a Republican and a Democrat. He was also the publisher of the New York Herald Tribune. Carl Eller, he was born in June 1928 and he died in March 2019. His age was 90 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American businessman prominent in outdoor advertising and convenience stores, he built Aller Media Company into a major billboard advertising firm. He also served as CEO of Circle K Corporation and was a noted philanthropist, particularly to the University of Arizona's Business School, Aller College of Management. Robert DiProspero, he was born in December 1938 and he died in March 2019. His age was 80 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from amyloidosis, a United States Secret Service agent who served as a special agent in charge of President Ronald Reagan's security detail from 1981 to 1985. He was present and instrumental in protecting Reagan during the 1981 assassination attempt. He headed the Presidential Protective Division for 4 years. Joseph H. Boardman, he was born in December 1948 and he died in March 2019. His age was 70 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from a stroke. An American transportation executive who served as the president and CEO of Amtrak from 2008 to 2016. He previously served as the administrator of the Federal Railroad Administration. He had a long career in transportation, starting in New York State. Kevin Rush, he was born in June 1922 and he died in March 2019. His age was 96 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An Irish-born American architect who was a Pritzker Prize laureate in 1982. He worked with Eero Saarinen before forming his own firm, Kevin Rush, John Dinkalo and Associates. His notable works include additions to the Metropolitan Museum of Art, the Ford Foundation Building, and numerous corporate headquarters. Sidney Verba, he was born in May 1932 and he died in March 2019. His age was 86 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An influential American political scientist, known for his work on political culture, participation, and comparative politics. He was a long-serving professor at Harvard University and director of the Harvard University Library. His seminal work, co-authored with Gabriel Almond, was The Civic Culture. Ralph Hall, he was born in May 1923 and he died in March 2019. His age was 95 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American politician who served as a United States representative from Texas for 34 years, from 1981 to 2015. He was initially elected as a Democrat, but switched to the Republican Party in 2004. At the time of his retirement, he was the oldest serving member of Congress and the last World War II veteran serving. Tom Bass, he was born in January 1927 and he died in March 2019. His age was 92 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American politician, professor, and third-generation Houstonian. In addition to his many years teaching at high school and university level, he served in the House of Representatives and in Harris County government. A Republican, he represented parts of Harris County. William Powers Jr., he was born in May 1946 and he died in March 2019. His age was 72 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from a fall and oculopharyngeal muscular dystrophy. An American legal scholar who served as the 28th president of the University of Texas at Austin from 2006 to 2015. He was previously the dean of the University of Texas School of Law. He was a respected figure in higher education and law. Mel Miller, he was born in July 1939 and he died in March 2019. His age was 79 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was lung cancer. An American politician who served as Speaker of the New York State Assembly from 1987 to 1991, a Democrat representing Brooklyn. His speakership ended after a federal conviction, later overturned. He remained an influential figure in New York politics. Wilbur Cross III, he was born in August 1918 and he died in March 2019. His age was 100 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American educator, author, and grandson of former Connecticut Governor Wilbur L. Cross. He taught English at Yale University and wrote books on various subjects, including history and writing. Raven Grimassi, he was born in April 1951 and he died in March 2019. His age was 67 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was cancer. An American author and practitioner of Wicca, specializing in Strasgeria, or Italian witchcraft. He wrote numerous influential books on witchcraft, folklore, and neo-paganism. He was a prominent figure in the modern witchcraft movement. Dick Nichols, he was born in April 1926 and he died in March 2019. His age was 92 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American politician and banker who served as a Republican United States representative from Kansas from 1991 to 1993. Prior to his term in Congress, he had a long career in banking. Kyle Forte, he was born in 1989 and he died in March 2019. His age was 29 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was a helicopter crash. A young American political consultant and commentator based in Colorado, he was a co-founder of the consulting firm DCO Consulting. He died in a helicopter crash in Kenya along with several others. Roger W. Titus, he was born in December 1941 and he died in March 2019. His age was 77 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from liposarcoma. An American jurist who served as a United States District Judge for the District of Maryland from 2003 until his death. Prior to his federal appointment, he had a long career in private practice. Keith Harvey Miller. He was born in March 1925 and he died in March 2019. His age was 94 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was pancreatic cancer. An American politician who served as the third governor of Alaska from 1969 to 1970. A Republican, he became governor upon the resignation of Walter Hickel. He had previously served as Alaska's Secretary of State. Robert S. Summers. He was born in September 1933 and he died in March 2019. His age was 85 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American legal scholar and professor at Cornell Law School, he was a leading authority on jurisprudence, contracts, and commercial law. He co-authored the influential textbook Uniform Commercial Code with James J. White. Dan Jenkins. He was born in December 1928 and he died in March 2019. His age was 90 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. A legendary American sports writer and novelist, known for his humorous and insightful writing about golf and college football. He wrote for Sports Illustrated and Golf Digest for decades. He also authored best-selling novels, including Semi-Tough and Dead Solid Perfect. Ed Keats. He was born in January 1915 and he died in March 2019. His age was 104 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications of a fall. A rear admiral at the United States Navy at the time of his death, he was the oldest living graduate of the United States Naval Academy. He was a decorated veteran of the Second World War, serving in both the Atlantic and Pacific theaters. Later in life, he won gold medals in the Maryland Senior Olympics. Frida Foreman. She was born in October 1976 and she died in March 2019. Her age was 42 at the time of her death and she took her own life. An American boxer and daughter of legendary heavyweight champion George Foreman. She had a brief professional boxing career, compiling a record of 5-1. She later worked as a boxing promoter. Jack Gregory. He was born in October 1944 and he died in March 2019. His age was 74 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American professional football defensive end in the National Football League who played for the Cleveland Browns and New York Giants in a 13-year career that lasted from 1967 through 1979. Gregory played college football at University of Tennessee and Delta State University. He was inducted into the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame in 2000. Fred Hill. He was born in July 1934 and he died in March 2019. His age was 84 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American college baseball coach, most notably at Rutgers University. He coached at Scarlet Knights for 30 seasons from 1984 to 2013, becoming the winningest coach in program history. He also coached basketball at Montclair State University. Ted Lindsay. He was born in July 1925 and he died in March 2019. His age was 93 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. A Canadian professional ice hockey player, primarily known for his Hall of Fame career with the Detroit Red Wings. Nicknamed Terrible Ted, he was a key member of the production line and won 4 Stanley Cups. He was instrumental in forming the original NHL Players Association. Dick Beyer. He was born in July 1930 and he died in March 2019. His age was 88 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American professional wrestler best known under the ring names of The Destroyer and Dr. X. He was a major star in Japan during the 1960s and 1970s. Beyer was known for his masked persona and figure 4 leg lock finisher. Kelly Catlin. She was born in November 1995 and she died in March 2019. Her age was 23 at the time of her death and she took her own life. an American professional racing cyclist who competed in the track and road. She was a three-time world champion in team pursuit and won a silver medal in the same event at the 2016 Rio Olympics. Her death brought attention to mental health issues among elite athletes. Cedric Hardman, he was born in October 1948 and he died in March 2019. His age was 70 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American professional football player who was a defensive end in the NFL. He was a two-time Pro Bowler with the San Francisco 49ers. He later played for the Oakland Raiders, winning Super Bowl 15 with the team. Frank Jurenko, he was born in July 1930 and he died in March 2019. His age was 88 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American college football coach and athletic director. He was the head football coach at Albion College in Michigan for 11 seasons, from 1973 to 1982. He also served as the college's athletic director for many years. Joe Auer, he was born in October 1941 and he died in March 2019. His age was 77 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American professional football player who was a running back and kick returner. He played in the AFL and NFL for the Buffalo Bills, Miami Dolphins, and Atlanta Falcons. He famously scored the first touchdown in Miami Dolphins franchise history on a kickoff return in their inaugural game. Russell Gary, he was born in July 1959 and he died in March 2019. His age was 59 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American professional football player who was a defensive back in the NFL. He played for the New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles during the 1980s. He played college football at the University of Nebraska. Eric Moss, he was born in September 1974 and he died in March 2019. His age was 44 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American professional football player who was an offensive lineman in the NFL. He played for the Minnesota Vikings in the late 1990s. He was the younger brother of NFL Hall of Fame wide receiver Randy Moss. Thanks for watching the video. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Have a nice day.